Good morning. Welcome to the Treasure Box. I have been offered Santa's Christmas room again. Behind me, you will see the list of naughty and nice for Santa. There is the desk where Santa sits and makes his plans. And this is where children can come and see Santa, I think, right up until Christmas Eve. So if you have not been down to the Treasure Box, I encourage you to make your way down here and see the beautiful items that Gary has in the store. It's totally COVID friendly, totally safe here, masks required, no more than 8 or 10 people at a time in the store, so social distancing is being maintained. Gary is also now offering curbside pickup, so you just need to let him know which items you want, and he will bring them to the curb for you. So this morning we are focusing actually over this week, our influence is the concept of finding stillness. It's a little hard to do when you're doing a power yoga routine, but I invite you this week to take time, 5 minutes a day, to enter into wellness and stillness and mindfulness. Really focus on your breath, focus on what your body is doing, focus on everything that is around you, and just become aware and present in the moment. So that being said, we will start out sitting this morning. We often do, but we truly will start off sitting this morning in wellness. Taking the mudra, the Adi Mudra, place your thumbs inside of your palms, wrap your fingers around your thumbs, knuckles facing forward, and go ahead and place those on your top of your thighs, sitting in easy seated Sukhasana. Inhale your shoulders up, exhale them back down, lifting up the crown of your head. Start to breathe in and out through the nose. Expanding and contracting the belly as you inhale and exhale. See if you can settle the mind, settle the brain. Draw your attention towards your third eye, turning inward, becoming more in tune with the self. Take one more big inhale. Fully exhale. Inhale your hands up. Exhale them out and down. Inhale them out and up. Exhale them out and down. And let's inhale them out and up again. And exhale, place them on the floor. Let's open up the sides a little bit. Inhale our right hand up alongside our right ear, curling to the left. Let's just get a nice, easy stretch to start off. From your right hip all the way up to your armpit. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, draw your right shoulder back to open up your heart. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, draw that shoulder back again. Take another nice inhale. Exhale, place the right hand on the floor. Bring your left arm up alongside your left ear and curl to the right. Inhale. Exhale, draw your left shoulder back. Inhale. Exhale, draw it back. And then one more inhale. Exhale, draw your left shoulder back, opening up your heart center. Take one last inhale. Exhale, circle it down. Inhale your hands up again. Exhale, hinge forward. Draw your shoulders down your back. Right now, all we're doing is just strengthening the back because I'm sitting up on the pillow, not stretching out. Take a nice inhale, draw your arms back so that you're strengthening your back muscles. Inhale, exhale. Take one more inhale. Exhale, sit all the way up and bring your hands down. And let's start to do a little bit of opening of the back of our hips. Inhale our hands up. Exhale, hinge forward. Place your hands on the floor and walk your hands forward. I just felt my back pop when I did that. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, draw the crown of the head and the heart forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Switch sides with your feet. Left foot in front, right foot behind. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, hinge forward. Dropping your hands on the floor, walk your hands forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, further walk your hands forward and draw the crown of your head forward. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise up. Fully exhale. Inhale our hands up. Exhale our hands down. Take your hands behind you. Lift up your heart center. Inhaling. And exhale, draw the shoulders down. Inhale, lift up the heart. Exhale, draw the shoulders down. One more inhale of lifting. And then exhale, go ahead and release. Let's move to tabletop position. I'm facing the camera. Well, I'm not facing the camera. I'm turning my body to the side so that you can see me well. And I'll be checking frequently to see that the doorway is not interrupting the view. Inhale, lift up your heart center, lift up the crown of your head, draw your shoulders down. Exhale, reverse that, going into cat, curling your back up towards the ceiling, dropping the crown of your head, dropping your tailbone. Inhale, lifting up the heart center, dropping the belly, drawing the shoulders down the back. Maybe open up your throat. Exhale, reverse that. Inhale one more time, lifting up your heart center. And then exhale, reversing that, moving into cat. Inhale, return to a neutral spine. Take a cleansing breath. Fully exhale. Inhale, let's move into sunbird. Left foot up, right foot forward, or right hand forward. Inhale, draw your foot and your hand opposite of one another while you draw the belly button in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, drop your hand, drop your knee, lift up your right foot, lift up your left hand. Inhale. Exhale, pull in the belly button as you pull your heel and your hand opposite of one another. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, drop your hand, drop your knee. We're going to go into sunbird again, and then we're going to take awkward airplane out of that. Lift up your left hand, lift up your right, or left foot, lift up your right hand. Inhale, draw the belly button in, drawing the hand and the foot away from one another. Exhale, moving into awkward airplane. Bring your right hand to the right, perpendicular to the body, left foot perpendicular to the body, both parallel to the floor if you can make it. Inhale and exhale with smoothness. One more inhale. Exhale, return to sunbird. And exhale, drop your hand, drop your knee. Let's do it on the other side, easy side. Inhale your right foot up, left hand up. Inhale. Exhale, create as much length as you can. Inhale. Exhale, bring your left hand perpendicular, right leg perpendicular. Hand, arm and leg parallel to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Left foot behind, right hand in front. And then exhale, drop them down. Inhale, moving into cow. Exhale, reverse into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. And one more inhale into cow. Exhale, flatten your back as we move into neutral tabletop position. We're going to do one more set of poses in this position. No more of the awkward airplane though. Inhale into sunbird on the left foot up, right hand up. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, reach behind, grab your left ankle, and then start to kick into your right hand. Lifting up the heart, arching the back, opening up the chest, strengthening the left quadricep. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale, lift some more. Inhale. Exhale, final lift. Inhale, return foot and hand out. And then exhale, drop them down. Inhale, lift up your right foot, left hand. Exhale, reach behind and grab your right ankle. Take an inhale. Exhale, kick your right foot into your hand. Inhale, kick it a little higher. One more inhale. Exhale, kick it as high as you can get it. Exhale. Inhale, left hand out in front, right foot behind. Exhale, drop them both. Moving into cow on the inhale. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Take one more inhale. Exhale, sit back on your heels, toes tucked. Let's just quickly stretch out the foot. So at home, you normally get a much closer view of me. This camera is really far away from me right now because I have to make room for the doorway. But it's fun to do yoga in this room, and I'm grateful to Gary for this opportunity. At home, you get to see my Christmas tree in my home studio and ideal lighting because I have special lighting at home. All right, let's stand up on our knees and just, for now, let's just create space. Lift up the heart center, drop down the shoulders. We don't have to move into camel, but we're doing like a baby camel. Only we're not reaching behind. We're just hands down, heart center up, shoulders down, creating space as if right above your hip bones, there's an air pocket and you're making it bigger. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale our hands up. Create length, create space. Exhale your hands down. Inhale your hands up. Exhale them down. And one more inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. And let's find our way to the top of the mat. So I am going to go as far as this in order to start our sun salutations. So we're going to go through our sun salutations kind of quick because I want to warm us up. It's a winter morning and I'm a little chilly. Inhale our hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, folding over your thighs. You can have your legs bent. Drop your crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Take your right foot back. And initially, we'll just do a forward lunge. Keep our hands on the ground. Inhale. Exhale, take our left foot back to join the right in plank. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale into baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, moving back through child's pose into downward facing dog. Your first downward facing dog, you can have your legs deeply bent. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, move your hips back. Inhale. Exhale, take your right foot forward. Keep your hands on the ground as you lift up your heart center and move more into this lunge. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale, take your left foot forward. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Drop your crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and take your left foot back. Again, moving more into that lunge by lifting up the heart center, dropping the shoulders back and down, opening up your left hip. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, moving back into into a plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale into low cobra. Exhale, moving back through child's pose to downward facing dog. And then exhale, take your left foot forward. Again, inhaling your heart center up as you open up your right hip, moving it forward. And then exhale, take right foot to join left. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward, dropping the crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Take your right foot back and let's go ahead and rise our hands this time. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, drop the hips, drop the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, circle the hands down. Left foot to join right, lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale into low cobra. Exhale, moving through child's pose into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, move the hips back. Inhale. Exhale, take your right foot forward. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, dropping the hips, dropping the shoulders as you lift up your heart center. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, circle the hands down. Left foot to join right. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale your hands down. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Drop the crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and take your left foot back again. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, dropping the hips as you draw your shoulders back and down. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, circle your hands down, moving back. Right foot to join left. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale into low cobra. Exhale, moving through child's pose into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale, take your left foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, drop your hips, drop your shoulders, lift up your heart center. Maybe curl your upper back. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, circle the hands down, right foot to join left. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to move on to a sun salutation that includes chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, sit back, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, rise up your hands. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, pull the belly button in as you move your hips back and bring your shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale, hands to the floor, drop your crown, take your right foot back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, move more into this lunge now. You're starting to open up the body. Take an inhale. Exhale, circle your hands down to heart center. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, twist to the left, clipping your right elbow over your left knee. Draw your left shoulder back in space, curling from your belly button. Inhale. Exhale, continue to twist as you draw the crown of your head forward. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, circle your hands down. Take your left foot back to join your right. Inhale. Exhale, lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, move your hips back in space. Inhale. Exhale, move your hips back in space. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, continue to move your hips back. And then on your next inhale, bend your knees. Inhale. And then exhale, hop up to your feet and stay in child's pose or stay in chair pose. Inhale, rise your hands up. Exhale, sink your hips down and back as you draw your belly button in and draw your shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands circling down into heart center prayer pose. Take a nice inhale. Exhale fully. Starting to warm up the body now. Inhale. Exhale the hands down and sink back into your chair, fingertips to the floor, lifting up the heart center. Inhale your hands up. Inhale. Exhale, pull in the belly button as you move back your weight into the heels and lift up your shoulders, draw your shoulders down your back. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, circle down, dropping your crown, dropping your head and forward fold. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down and take your left foot back. Inhale, rise up into that lunge. Exhale, draw the shoulders down, sink the hips as you bend your right knee more deeply. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift up your hands. Exhale, circle them down at heart center. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, move forward, torso over your left, right leg, and then twist to the right, clipping your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Inhale. On your exhale, draw the belly button in as you draw your right shoulder back, engaging this twist from the core. Inhale. Exhale, deepen the twist as you draw the crown of your head forward. One more inhale. Exhale again. Inhale, rise your hands up. Exhale, circle them down. Bring your right foot back to join your left. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, move your hips back in space. Inhale. Exhale, continue to move your hips up and back, drawing your shoulders down your back and away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale, moving them back. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, bend your legs. And then inhale, hop forward. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhaling down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale down, hands to heart center. Take a moment to get into how you feel. Your body is starting to warm up. Your heart rate is lifted. Your breathing is probably a little bit quicker. Ask yourself, are you still in touch with your breath? If you find you're not in touch with your breath, that's okay. You can take a step back. You can not go as deeply into the poses. You can slow down how you move through them. Take the time to listen to the body and listen to the signals that it offers to you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale the hands down. Inhale your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, take your right leg back, rising up in warrior one. So go ahead and organize your feet so that your right heel is on the ground, left toes are facing forward, right knee deeply bent. Inhale, rise up. Go ahead and organize your warrior one in any way that allows you to have your hip bones both pressing forward. And draw your shoulders down, draw your bellies in, and lift up your arms. Take one more inhale. Exhale, let's open up into warrior two. So you're getting a nice view of this from the back end of my body, which shows you alignment in a different way. So my left knee is trailing towards my baby toes. I'm pulling in my belly button, allowing my tailbone to drop, creating space for my hips to open by having a nice wide-legged stance of my feet. Inhale. Exhale. Draw your shoulder blades together. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale. Exhale into peaceful warrior. And in peaceful warrior, keep your hips in the same position. Maybe even sink them lower. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale, maybe curl over the body. Inhale. Exhale, curling backwards. One more inhale. Exhale, let's move into extended side angle. Left forearm on your left knee. Initially, raise your hand up to the ceiling, your right hand. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, drop your right shoulder down, and then bring your arm overhead. So when you do that, then you don't feel this weird movement of the shoulder girdle trying to go into position. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink your hips lower as you draw your right shoulder back to expose your heart center. Inhale. Exhale, draw your right shoulder back, open up your heart. Inhale. Exhale, circle your hands down, moving back up into warrior two. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, circle the hands down to the floor. Left foot back to join the right. Inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, moving into downward facing dog, pushing your hips back in space. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, moving the hips and the shoulders back and up. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring your right foot forward. And then move into warrior one. Rise up. Organize your feet however you have to so that your hip bones are facing forward. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Draw the shoulders back and down and away from the ears as you deepen your right bend in your right knee. Inhale. Exhale, open up into warrior two. Make your stance as wide as you can to really open up these hips, drawing your right knee towards your baby toes. Inhale. Exhale, draw your shoulders together as you deepen the bend in your right knee. Inhale. Exhale, sink lower. One more inhale. And then exhale. Let's lift up our right hand as we drop our left hand. Pull the shoulders down and away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, maybe curling backwards. Really opening up the right side body. Inhale. Exhale, open up the heart center. Draw the right shoulder back. One more inhale. And then exhale, let's move into extended side angle, initially starting with our left hand facing the ceiling. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, draw your shoulder down, and then bring your left arm over your left ear. Inhale. Exhale, draw the left shoulder back. Draw both shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, draw it back. One more inhale. Exhale again. Inhale. Exhale, circle your hands down and back up into warrior two. Inhale. And then exhale, circle your hands down. Take your right foot back to join the left as we set up in plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale in to downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. And then exhale, move those hips back in space. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, move them back. Drop your knees. Let's go into child pose for just a moment. Take this time to connect with your breath. Maybe placing your forehead on the mat so that when your forehead is on the mat, you can feel the stimulation of your third eye, which encourages the brain to calm down. When we place our forehead on the mat, we combat depression. We calm the nervous system, and it serves to improve anxiety, so anytime you need it, child's pose is here for you. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes, move back up into downward facing dog. Let's inhale our right leg up as high as we would like to go with it. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, rise up our left leg. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, rise up our leg. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, rise up our leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Bring it all the way through. Inhale, rise up into warrior two. Exhale, take goddess arms and let's move into goddess pose. So all we got to do is bend our left leg and turn our toes out, putting that heel on the floor. And go ahead and sink as deeply as you can. If you want, you can place your hands at the top of your thighs, drawing your shoulders back so they're in alignment with the hips, making sure you're drawing your knees back as you strengthen your pelvis through this pose. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Inhale. Exhale, sink. I can feel the muscles wrapping around my sacrum on my backside. Take another nice inhale. Exhale, lift up into star. And make your left foot parallel with the mat behind you. Front toes facing the front side of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, lift up. And then exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, move into triangle. So as you move into triangle, you can grab your shin, you can grab your ankle. I'm a little stiff this morning because it's cold in here, so I'm not going as deeply into my triangle as I normally do. My right leg is feeling just like it doesn't want to open, but the principles are the same. Rotate your right thigh inside of your hip socket so that your knees are facing, your knee rather is facing the ceiling. Draw your left shoulder back so that it's in alignment with your left hip. Press your back into that imaginary wall behind you and draw the crown of your head forward. Notice how my right side is not crunching down because I'm creating length. So create that length. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, bend your right leg, take your left hand to the bottom. Let's move into a nice long lunge. Lifting up your heart center, just encouraging that nice long lunge. Really opening up that left hip. And then go ahead and drop your left knee, move your hips back, and let's straighten out our right leg, peeling our toes off the floor as we go into a runner's stretch. Half Hanumanasana. And just focus on stretching out the back of your right hip, drawing your right leg, draw your right hip back in space. Keep your heart lifted, keep your crown lifted, draw your shoulders back onto your back. And breathe with ease. The further back you draw your hips, the more you get a stretch on the back of your right leg. Take a nice inhale, and then exhale. Let's move our left leg back as far as we feel we can to really open up. So it's kind of like an extended low lunge. It's really a setup for going into Hanumanasana or the splits. And unless I work on it every day, I'm never going to get into them myself. I just don't have the time to work on that. I have other things I want to do with my body. Take a nice inhale, exhale. But this is a plenty good stretch. Take a nice inhale, exhale. One more inhale, exhale. Work your way out of that gently. Take your right knee back to join the left and walk forward in your puppy dog pose. Take a nice inhale, exhale. One more inhale, exhale. Rising up. Let's move into downward facing dog. Feel if there's any difference from right side to left after that long stretch along the right side. Take a nice inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Bend your knees and either walk or hop up to your hands. Inhale into a flat spine, exhale down. Inhale, rise all the way up to reset. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, exhale the hands down. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. And I'm going to switch sides of the mat so that you can continue to see the front side of me. Because the next thing we're going to do, I just want to see that you can see me in the view here, okay, is I'm going to take the right leg back and rise up and open up into Warrior Two. Okay, so we're in Warrior Two right now, just like we were on the other side. Left leg bending deeply, left knee trailing back. And then let's just open up into Goddess again. Okay, So in Goddess, we're seeking to sink our hips, draw the shoulders back in alignment with the hips. If you find it's hard to do with the arms up, go ahead and place them down and continue to shine up your heart center as you draw your hips down, drawing your knees back towards your pinky toes, right? Keeping the arches in your feet engaged so that we're not sinking in like this, okay? And then just keep on working it. This is a tough pose, and it presents itself as different on each side of my body. Take a nice inhale and exhale, rise up into star. Organize your feet so we can set up for triangle. Take a nice inhale and then exhale, fall into your triangle. On my left side, I'm always more open, but I'm gonna honor the limitations that my right side presented today. So I'm gonna keep my hand on my shin, draw my right shoulders back, rotate my right thigh upward inside the socket so that my knee is facing the ceiling. And inhale, exhale, draw that right shoulder back, pressing against that imaginary wall behind me. Inhale, exhale. One more inhale, exhale, bend the left knee, place your right hand on the floor and set up for that deep lunge that we were in before. Inhale, lift up the heart center as you draw your hips through. Really make it as big as you can, really opening up the hip. And then drop your right knee and get a nice opening of the hip on the right side. And then tuck your toes. Let's move our hips back in space as we set up for that runner's lunge. Draw your shoulders back. And the more you draw your right knee back, or your hips back, you're sitting on your right knee. The more you draw your hips back, the more you get a stretch along this left hamstring. So continue to work that. One more inhale. And then on your exhale, let's go ahead and open up into as wide of a lunge as we can manage. Again, this is like a precursor to being able to one day do the splits. So our splits are a combination of being able to open up the hamstrings and open up the psoas. But no pose is worth injuring yourself. So don't try to move into something your body is not ready to do. This morning, I would not even try them. My body is so chilly in this room. It just is not ready to open up. My toes actually hurt because they're cold. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's move our left knee back to join our right knee. Walk forward in puppy dog pose. Dropping your forehead to the mat. Take another inhale. Exhale, lift up. Move back into downward facing dog. Pushing your hips back again. My hands are sliding because my mat is cold too. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, and then hop up to your hands. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So I want to get in a couple of nice standing poses before we move into the final still part of our routine this morning. So let's do one-legged chair pose. One-legged chair pose is awesome. So the way we move into it is first, we take our right ankle and cross it over our left leg. So initially you're just standing here like this. It's kind of like, you could use this as your tree pose even, bringing your hands up, lifting up out of it, pulling your right knee to the outside to create space. Maybe your booty is sticking back just a little bit because you need to create space. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, take your hands down to heart center and then start to sit back. So as you sit back, it's just like any other chair pose. Pull the belly button in and sit your booty back and down. Move your weight into your left heel. And as you fold down, what's going to happen is you'll get a nice, beautiful stretch on the outside of your right leg. Continue to lift up your heart and draw your shoulders back and down as you bring your hips back, and then allow your torso to fold over your legs. So you have two forms of movement going on. You've got a forward of the heart and a backwards of the hips, and then your third movement is drawing the torso down. But when you draw your torso down, you have to honor what your hips are doing and keep moving them back in space. So you'll start to feel the release, and when you have reached the point that you're stuck, meaning you really can't move in any of those three directions anymore, then just stay there. Enjoy that you're strengthening your left leg. Enjoy that you're getting a gorgeous stretch on the outside of your right hip. And then make it really difficult and smile. Let's take one more inhale and then exhale with control. Rise up and drop our right leg. And maybe wiggle it out a little bit. It's really one of my favorite standing poses. It's so beneficial. Let's take our left knee, cross it over our left ankle, cross it over our right knee. I'm having language issues today. I'm confusing everything and making it all backwards. Inhale, draw the crown of your head up and maybe take tree arms. Continue to move that left knee backwards. I'm more open on this side, so actually I can stand all the way up without sticking my booty back. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, bring hands to heart center and start to sit back. Remembering all that alignment that I was telling you about before. Moving the hips back as you draw the heart center forward, which naturally brings the torso down. So continue that process of moving the hips backwards, moving your weight into your heel as you draw your heart center forward. And then make it especially hard by smiling. Draw the shoulders back. Draw the heart center forward. Draw the hips back. And then when you reach a point that you can't move in those three directions anymore, then you stop. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, drop your left leg with control and maybe wiggle out those hips. So I have another nice balancing challenge for you. Not going to do anything that involves too much extension of the legs. Just because I'm so cold, I would lose it. But let's go into Warrior 3. Warrior 3 involves strengthening the entire body. So standing in the center of your mat, take your hands up and to the top, and then create like a steeple. Interlace your fingers behind. Remember that? Here's the church, here's the steeple, open the door, and there's all the people. So we're going to do that this time, only our doors are closed. Lifting our hands up, create as tall of a mountain pose as you can doing this. Then take your right foot back behind you. Inhale, draw your heart center up. And then on your exhale, start to hinge at the hip. Lift up out of the hip as you're doing it so you don't sink into it. Moving the heart forward, moving the hands forward, moving your right heel up in space. Continuing to create space while you do this. And then when you arrive at your letter T, continue to work your shoulders kind of back and down, lifting up the heart center. And breathe with ease. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale, circle your hands down. So you'll definitely feel that your heart rate lifts in this pose. It really strengthens the heart muscle. Take a nice inhale and then exhale fully. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down. Inhale, rise your hands up. Interlace your fingers in the opposite direction as before. Creating your steeple, creating your little church doors. Take a nice inhale, lifting up, creating as tall of a mountain pose as you can. And then exhale, take your left foot behind you, pointing your toes. Inhale. And then exhale, begin the movement into warrior three, lifting up out of that right hip so that you don't sink into it. Lifting up the heart center as you're moving it forward, and then lifting up your left leg in alignment with your hands. When you arrive at your T, draw the hands forward, lift up the heart, draw the left foot back. One more inhale, exhale, inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands down, bringing your hands to heart center. Take a nice cleansing breath. Exhale. One more inhale. Fully exhale. And take another inhale. Move to the top of your mat. Inhale your hands up and overhead. Exhale. Swan dive forward. Drop your crown. Inhale into a flat spine. Exhale, hands to the floor. Move back into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take another inhale. Exhale. Drop your knees. And let's sit back on our feet, just creating a nice deep bend in our knees. If you want, you can take hero by placing your knees together, separating your heels and sitting down in between your heels. That's also very beneficial for the knees, juicing up the joint, if you will. Let's rise up and then move our way into Malasana, which is garland pose. So in Malasana, you're sitting in this deep squat. Draw your hands up near the tops of draw your hands together at heart center. Draw your elbows near the top of your knees and draw your shoulders back and down. Moving your weight into your heels again. And maybe one day sitting perfectly straight up. So you don't want to be like this. You want to be up as tall as you can get. You're creating length from your tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. This is a beautiful hip opener, but it also serves to create length in the spine and strengthen the whole back and benefit the entire back. Take a nice inhale. Exhale fully. Inhale. Exhale. If you would like, you can stay in this pose or you can join me in crow. So in crow, I'm going to move my elbows all the way down by my knees. Or not my elbows, I'm sorry, my shoulders. Right? So my knees are practically touching my armpits. And then I'm moving into crow. And then you can ease out of that, move back into Chaturanga Dandasana, and then inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, move into downward facing dog. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rise up, move your shoulders forward, and then hop up to your hands. Fall forward while you do it. And then move back into seated pose. So now we're in staff. So in staff, I want you to draw your hands down to the floor as you lift up the crown of your head, allowing the shoulders to fall back and down. See how nice and straight the back is in this pose? You're using all these core muscles to make that happen. Another great pose for alignment and to remind us what we need to be doing with our shoulders and our back at all times. Take a nice inhale. And then on your exhale, bend your legs, move back, and lay down. I would like you to take your knees up so that your shins are parallel to the floor. So in order to accomplish that, I also want you to move your knees out, straighten out your arms. This forces all these muscles to engage. Now take your hands behind your head and just do some simple crunches. Notice that my back is pressed into the floor and I'm just lifting up my shoulders. Now just hold it and then start to bicycle left elbow to right knee and twist. Going back and forth at your own pace. It's important to do ab work, strengthen your core, because a strong core is key to a strong back. Okay, you can stop. Keep your knees out still. And then we're gonna drop our knees to the right, bring them to neutral, drop them to the left. So take a nice inhale. Exhale to the right, drop your knees. Using the strength of your core, bring your knees up. And then exhale to the left. Try to keep your knees moved away from the body while you do this process. Inhale up. Exhale down. So you should feel this in your obliques. Inhale up. Exhale down. 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 And let's do one more round of that. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then inhale up and hug your knees. Whew. That may not seem like we were doing much, but my abs are firing off. Go ahead and drop your head back and let's take an easy twist. Place our right hand on the outside of our left knee, draw our left shoulder down to the floor, and just enjoy this twist. Reclined spinal twist. Inhale, bring your legs up. And then exhale, drop your legs to the left. Draw your right shoulder down, looking over your right shoulder. Recline twist on the other side. Inhale, bring your knees in. Hug your legs again. And then let's set up for Shavasana. 5 minutes of stillness a day. This is all part of that. I'm going to keep on moving my body back because my feet were touching the floor. Okay, there we go. Straighten out your legs. So when you're in, woo! She scared me. Lift up your hips and wiggle them out and then drop them back down. Straighten out your legs. Allow your palms to be facing the ceiling. Allow your legs to relax. Allow your toes to kind of flop out. Oh, she frightened me. Arya. Okay, so as we move into Shavasana, you might, if it's chilly in your room, you might get a blanket and cover yourself. And what I want you to do is start breathing in and out of your nose. And scan the body for any hint of any part of the body that's still holding tension, and release it. Start at the crown of your head and work your way down your forehead, down your eyes, across the tops of your cheeks and the bridge of your nose, across the middle part of your cheeks and your upper lip, across your ears, down to the lower part of your face and your chin and your jaw, past your neck, moving down towards your shoulders and your collarbones, your upper chest, your upper arms, moving across your midsection and your ribs, down your forearms, past your solar plexus muscles towards your hips, past your wrists and your hands, down your upper thighs to your knees, over the knees, down the shins and calves, past the ankles, sweeping across the feet. Allow any remaining energy to discharge out of the edges of your toes. And while you lay here, I wish you well as we head into our final week before Christmas. Keeping you in my heart, as we know this holiday will be different for most families. We cannot get together in large groups. You have to put their health and safety above their traditions of the season. My wish for you is that you can retain part of your traditions with your small family unit in your home, that you can fill your house with the smells of familiar Christmas foods and baking, that you can make calls and have video calls to loved ones, and that you can find peace in the season despite the seeming chaos in the world around us. I invite you to spend 5, 10, 15 minutes in Shavasana, calming the brain, slowing the breathing, integrating all of the benefits of your practice today. The light in me joins the light in you. The yogi in me honors the yogi in you. Happy holidays and a blessed Christmas. Namaste.